So we've been organizing conversations between young Americans and their peers across the Muslim world for many years now. And one of the key things that we've learned is that the big difference maker in helping people to move from a place of fear and insecurity and defensiveness towards a place of being willing to engage openly with other cultures, other points of view, and to let down their guard a little bit. The key thing is not having the experience of being agreed with by someone else. The key thing is simply having the experience of being heard and respected. In fact, when we organize these dialogue groups in online settings between 10 young people, 5 in the US and 5 in Muslim majority countries, and somebody says something like, I think your entire religion of Islam, I think it's violent. I don't think it's a fringe phenomenon. Or somebody else says, you know what, I don't think the 9/11 attacks really happened. Or I think they happened, but I think your government, the US government, planned them. When these things are said, and these are things that are not fringe opinions in some of the societies where we work, they're fairly mainstream opinions. And when those things are said in that setting, what's really critical is that the reaction is not to shut them down. Oftentimes what happens in these groups when they talk is nobody will agree with the person who said this. All 9 other participants will disagree with them. But rather than shout them down, people ask questions, and these conversations are facilitated to open up questions like, I disagree with you completely, but I want to understand where you're coming from. Have you had any personal experiences? What have you been through that makes you feel this way and makes you think about things in this way? And what we found is when people have that experience of expecting to be shut down, but instead being embraced, even if they're still totally disagreed with, they shift to a whole other space of openness and engagement. And one thing that's really freeing about that for us, for any of us who want to reach across these boundaries, is we don't have to give up our principles. We don't even have to change our views initially. They may be changed on their own, but we don't have to change them or compromise. We simply need to be willing to hear the other side, ask genuine questions, hear where people are coming from, and express respect for them as people, even if we disagree with a particular point of view that they have or what they believe. And if you're willing to do that, we can have a really transformative breakthrough in international relations and cross-cultural relations that'll make all of our societies safer and more secure.